Just ahead, Neil Collins works Proton quick start, loses it. Well, he'll cascade down the leaderboard after that. Well, problems there for the Proton. Foggy windscreens, long straights, lots of water, tight corners. They were proving to be a kamikaze cocktail for the Peugeot 106s. Barry Myers and Richard Edwards, shaken but not stirred. Chris Meek and Gordon Noble were another punchy Peugeot and not get fazed by the odd misjudgment. Ian Barrett scored a credible 10th fastest time on the 10th stage. Max McKillen was not enjoying his day, but things were about to get much worse.
Small crest, heat in, turn open square left. Flat over the crest, turn open square left. Oh,
After a violent crash, McKillen was taken to hospital, but soon released. Co-driver Paul Nagel unhurt. The Saxo had done a good job of protecting them both. But one of the prettiest cars in the rally had been battered. Martin Sansom and Phil Wells had driven a brilliant first half of the rally, then improved. And they started the 9th stage.
Olha aí, tentando agrupar o público, né? Porque realmente o risco de acidente é inevitável. E agora, ó, só para falar em acidente, você vai vendo um aí, ó. Que acidente espetacular com o carro 34 do Diogo Trentin. Diogo Trentin capotou ali, tá tudo bem.
Ele saltou muito rápido, essa categoria, os carros são...
Explica para a Cinete, Guilherme, eles têm 1 minuto e pouco para retirar o piloto para limpar a pista, é isso?
Não, é exatamente de 1 em 1 minuto largam um carro, a partir do 20º carro eles largam de 1 em 1 minuto. E o risco é isso, o público entra na pista e logo em seguida vai passar outro carro.
Olha que cena dramática, porque o piloto e o navegador também vão sendo retirados ali. O problema é que daqui a pouco já vai passar outro carro lançado.
Aí o carro seguinte, o pessoal começa a sinalizar, né, indicando que tem um acidente, mas mesmo assim é um momento tenso. E aí, quer dizer...
Agora o Lisandro, atenção, atenção, o Lisandro também vai capotar. Olha o perigo e o risco do atropelamento.
Olha a quantidade de gente na estrada, a prova rolando. É dificílimo nesse momento manter...
O próprio piloto vai fazer ali...
É isso, por regulamento, o navegador é obrigado a mostrar uma bandeira amarela e uma placa de ok, dizendo que não tem nenhum tipo, olha, a placa de ok, dizendo que não tem nenhuma vítima. O acidente.
Só que nesse instante, o público empolgado aí já invadiu a pista, né?
A situação foi tão crítica aí, tiveram que cancelar não, interromper a especial, até que os carros fossem retirados e contivessem o público, né, para poder manter a segurança da prova.
Bom, tá tudo bem após esses 2 acidentes. Você, pela sua experiência, Guilherme, você entende que o segundo acidente, o acidente do Lisandro Lecht, aconteceu exatamente porque na hora que ele fez o salto, ele divisou o acidente envolvendo com o Darlan ali e aí se precipitou ou não?
Eu acho que ele deve ter recebido alguma sinalização, né?
Vamos tentar ouvi-los, né? Para que eles expliquem o que realmente aconteceu.
Bom, nós estávamos nos aproximando do alto da primeira especial, né? Era um alto que nós fazíamos em 5ª marcha, acelerando o possível. O Palio se aproximou desse alto em torno de 160 km por hora. Porém, no que aterrissou, a suspensão traseira não trabalhou bem e voltou a arremessar o carro para cima. Só que ele arremessou para cima e entortou para o lado esquerdo. Quer dizer, o carro se atravessou a 160 por hora em cima da pista. Eu tentei virar para a esquerda para compensar, tornei a acelerar, só que eu levei azar de acertar o barranco com uma das rodas. E o barranco serviu como uma catapulta para o carro. Passou muito perto de um espectador que estava correndo no meio, mas felizmente não teve problema nenhum, tanto com nós quanto com alguém que estava assistindo a prova, foi apenas danos materiais.
A gyorsasági bajnokságban Brakna László mutatványa láttán megfagyott a vér az erekben. A rábaringi csattanásnál a pilóta elvesztette az eszméletét.
Hónapokkal utána néztem meg először a felvételt. Valószínűleg féltem egy kicsit belebonyolódni, de természetesen az eszemmel próbáltam utána járni a történteknek. Tulajdonképpen az zajlott le, amit gondoltam. Fékezésnél az autó rögtön irányát vesztette, mert leblokkolt az egyik első kerék, és mivel a tempó olyan nagy volt, hiába próbáltam korrigálni, ebből nem sikerült semmi. 2 napig gondolkodtam, hogy egyáltalán kellene nekem ez az autóversenyzés ilyen áron, mert nem gondoltam, hogy én valahogy is megsérülhetek olyan módon, hogy ez komoly fájdalmat okoz, vagy akár...
Hairpin links, pas op met de remmen hier. Kan gladweg is dus ook. Verdomme, Paul! Sorry! Ik stopte hem.
Tactiek van Wevers werkt dus niet. Mist zijn rempunt, laat zich verrassen op de gladde klinkers en gaat er hard af. Koers lijkt over voor Wevers en Michiel Pol, die heel begrijpelijk zo reageren. Want ze hadden alles op alles gezet om A, deze wedstrijd te winnen, en B, op deze proef het verschil te maken. Maar als je het hier al wil doen, dan loop je het risico dat je de fout ingaat. Na 3 minuten stilstaan lijkt de schade mee te vallen en vervolgen beide mannen hun weg. Maar de kans op een overwinning zijn verdwenen.
Ramón Ibarra cometía un grueso error en una curva.
Sácalo, sácalo. No, hay que sacarlo con gente.
Se metía en una zanja. Perdía 10 minutos y sentenciaba la suerte de Hyundai en constructores. Chevrolet Davis Auto celebraba. Su coequipo, Ricardo Infante, era solo lamentos.
And the constant light drizzle turned the sticky tarmac into a skating rink, although it wasn't the rain alone that pitched Simon Hughes into what was quite obviously retirement. He missed the ditches and the trees, and though he knocked both ends off his car, he was able to continue almost at once.
The bad buzz, however, for everybody is the weather. Shiny tarmac surface with a fine film of rain produces a lethal combination.
Mind your brakes, mind your brakes. Right side, complete stop.
Andrew finds out just how treacherous that combination is on the first junction. It's a very costly error, and the corner is going to play a major part in the weekend's drama. This is the snag with those sequential gearboxes. It's hard to find out what gear you're in before it all went wrong. After 8 stages, they will claw their way back to 3rd. Now, tell that to the police. But Tapio becomes the first major victim at Weatherburn Portals. It doesn't look too bad, but when the WRCSale.com Impreza extricates itself, you can see that there will not be a big queue to buy this particular model in this condition. As one fin falls, but Jari Latvala gets it horribly wrong at Wedderburn. This was a very high-speed impact, and the marshals are naturally concerned. Eventually, a very pale Jari emerges. However, Carl Williamson is not so fortunate, and he will be detained in hospital with a broken pelvis. But it's not turning out to be a good weekend for Morris Gas. Gordon Dunn's pictures show us how close he came to those gates on the first pass, but stage 6 would prove to be terminal.
I hadn't anticipated that it had damped so much, and we went back out on slicks, which was, on hindsight, which is a wonderful thing, on the wrong thing. And the first real bad corner we came to, bad junction.
Tissio in the Fiat Punto knows all about skating rinks. But we're back after the break with much more mayhem from the Jim Clark Rally. And his son Michael trails him by 25 seconds, probably caused by this incident in stage 3, caught by Gordon Dunn's camera again. In Dee Gordon has been busy as the other Group N hot shoe Andrew Stewart really makes a mess of it on the approach to what is becoming the most notorious. Scottish driver Dougie Hall is not so fortunate. There is wreckage everywhere, as Dermot Hannifin discovers.
To middle, big fresh jump, green. Jump dip, green. One. Oh, now. Oh.
Queensland doctor Jason McMillan unable to remedy his latest chronic case of oversteer.
José Luis Barrientos chocaba y abandonaba en la N2. Iván Quipreos volcaba, perdía preciosos segundos, pero seguía en carrera. Parecía que Pietro Porfiri podría consolidar su primer lugar en su serie, pero el sanfelipeño sería otra víctima entre Deuca y Botalcura. Atención, se tumba, pero seguía en competencia.
Hay un salto, ojo a la derecha de 3/4. Este ciego derecha de 3/4 viene al fin de PCA.
Ojo con esto, porque desde el auto de Luis Bessermayer vivimos uno de los momentos más dolorosos de esta segunda fecha. El incendio que afectó al auto de Alberto Innocenti. Nadie quedó ajeno a la desgracia del experimentado piloto penquista, que afortunadamente salió ileso junto a su navegante. La reiteración muestra la pérdida total del vehículo. Giovanni Innocenti, uno de los hijos de don Alberto, se desconcentrará junto a Bessermayer tras este episodio, y en el tramo de Deuca Botalcura pagaría en cara esta desconcentración.
Sigo con tanto verde, sí, izquierda a fondo, sí, izquierda a fondo, vamos.
El Nissan Primera sufría serios daños y Bessermayer era la primera víctima de la curva maldita del noveno Prime.
Aver dimenticato le disavventure del fine prima tappa. Gian Domenico Basso quindi in difficoltà a reggere il passo del leader e quindi costretto a rischiare qualcosa in più. Il risultato è questa divagazione sul prato che fa perdere al Veneto le residue possibilità di conquistare la vittoria. Nello stesso punto sbatte anche Franco Cunico, in quel momento in lotta per la terza posizione con Luca Rossetti, e nell'urto stacca la ruota posteriore destra. La divagazione sul prato di Basso e l'uscita di strada di Cunico sono gli ultimi due sussulti per la classica corsa siciliana. Paolo Andreucci e Anna Andreussi vanno quindi a vincere l'88esima tappa.
Parking lot, a frightening reminder of the dangers in motorsport.
Then flat right, left, then right, then fast left 2.5. Flat right 50.
The point of initial impact was a tree stump within feet of another hit by the Atkinsons. The brothers there and quick to respond.
All right? I don't know, Chris is down there. He reckons it's a broken pelvis. What happened? We crashed and then we were up the road and now Simon just crashed and hurt himself. Okay. I'm hurting bad. We'll go to the next SOS point and stop. Yeah. Okay. All right. You slow run down. Yeah, we'll do that. All right.
You alright? What do you think?
Broken pelvis.
Scott Scott Pedder and Paul Hum set off in search of the nearest SOS point on stage to ensure help was on the way.
Stop the stage, guys! Stop the stage! Stop the stage!
In keeping with rally protocol, the next car to arrive acts as a backup.
Wait. What have you done? How is he? Okay, we'll go. Okay, we're 2.8k into the stage.
When the Subaru pair arrived at the radio point, Scott Pedder and Paul Hum had frustrating news.
Okay. I don't have a radio. Glenn and Philip have actually gone to the first radio point. Scott's gone there as well. They have no radio contact at that radio point. So if you can speak to somebody, just please get the stage stopped.
Fortunately, rescue crews had heard the first call from the Atkinson's car radio and were now on scene. Other competitors were also on hand to help. Understandably emotional, Sue was also concussed. Simon had suffered a serious fracture of the right leg up near the hip, but as only Evans can, he somehow was able to make light of the situation.
And I'm trying not to sway. Go for it. I didn't want you to cut the car up. We're going to race it in 4 weeks. And we wanted to.
And let's hope he is. Some believe the outcome could have been very different if not for the efforts of medicos, officials and rivals. Not to mention the build strength of the Team Toyota Racing Corolla. Simon would be airlifted back to Hobart and appropriately the stage was downgraded. Crews regrouped back in Geeveston before tackling stage 14. Neil Bates and Coral Taylor assumed their
The required speeds on day one are reasonably modest and more than half the field made it through without penalty. The organizers want us to get warmed up before the flat-out driving of days 4 and 5. That's not to say we could relax, as Mark Cotton found out in Spaniards Bay. Only the car was damaged, and the Jensen Healy would rejoin Targa 2 days later.
Okay, Scott, what has your experience of the last couple of years taught you?
Stay away from the guardrails. It's a bit of a joke with me. You at all times you can't drop your ball. You got to make sure that the speed is proportional to the road conditions.
Ouch! Yeah, well, Scott's not the only one who's having challenges.
A mother and daughter had a lucky escape when they were hit by a rally car during a local race in Galicia in Spain. The driver lost control of his vehicle and rammed into the pair, catapulting them into the air. Thankfully, both suffered only slight injuries. The argument for adequate security at such events is already raging, and this horrible accident will add fuel to the fire.
Dermot Hannafin. Dermot runs out of road down the ditch, spears a telegraph pole, and it's a huge accident. Over and out.
Check onze site www.rtlrallyreport.nl. World Rallying is het officiële naslagwerk van het WK Rallies.
Used to be a race mechanic, and Rob really going so well. And look at it all! Out of control and off, and a huge accident here for Dominic Buckley. Dominic Buckley spends most of his time preparing Ford's rally cars, having a huge shunt. Just got out of phase on those jumps. Meanwhile, other cars going past. Dom is uninjured, and so is Dougie Redpath.
Just landed a little bit awkwardly on the last jump there. That being a really fast section. Well, inevitable sometimes happens, but you've got to try. We're not hurt. Everything's okay. As you can see, the car's a bit damaged, but
you're all in one.
Yeah, we're
That's
okay.
what matters.
A wee bit shaken, but we'll be okay. We'll have to fight another day.
Watson, and if you want to see attack on the stages, this is the man to watch. Production Cup winner here last year, up in the fog on ground. He knows too well, and those were the bales in the chicane. Straight into them, steam from the radiator. The Mitsubishi in lots of trouble.
150.
Hit a bale in there in the fog. My own stupid fault, just spoiled the job.
Tam na tej prostej właśnie. Jak on tam musi cisnąć? Minutę jedzie. Tak, zapierdala.
Ja pierdolę. O Jezus.
O kurwa mać.
Kurwa mać.
Ale kurwa nagraliśmy. Co się stało, kurwa? Ja nic się nie stało. Ale pilno. Dalej tam do przodu, żeby auto nie jechało.
I co? Tak jak mówiłem. No, na tym szutrze. Na szutrze się rozwalą, no. Zajebał niesamowicie. Nic się im nie stało.
Żeby auta zatrzymali, bo to...
Bardzo szybko.
Piotrek, masz to? Mam.
Szybko uciekać stąd, co jest? Karetkę potrzebuję. Zejdź, wszyscy poszli.
Zejdź się z drogi, bo tu...
To karetkę poszli.
On coś rękę musi...
Zejdź, wszyscy poszli.
Nie będzie rajda. Będzie się rajda.